To Javaism, and in this video we can talk about how to develop a Spring Boot security applications. So we are going to develop a Spring Boot security one app, and I will show you like what are the things we have to do to develop these applications. So first things we need it like add a dependency in your project. Basic introductions I have already given, so I'm not going to explain those things. Okay, so first things is we have to add the dependency in your project. This dependency is Spring Framework Boot and a Spring Boot starter security, and it will provide the default login and logout page, so we can understand like how we can use it. Okay, so let's go to the STS and try to create one new project. Okay, so right click on that, go to the new Spring starter project I am going to create, and here I will give the Spring Boot security app. Okay, everything is fine, go to the next. Here I want something called a Spring Wave, okay, and a Spring Dev Tools, a Spring Security I need also, because this is the main things, and also I can use one theme leaf to display the page. Okay, I hope you already know this three dependency: theme leaf, Spring Wave, and Dev Tools. But this is the Spring Security is the new dependency which I'm going to introduce in this videos. Okay, let's go to the next and just finish it. Okay, so it will take some times to create our applications. Okay, once the application is created, what we are going to do is we can see first like our dependency is added properly or not. Once it is added properly, okay, so then we can go to the furthers and we can do the remaining things. Okay, so let's go to the dependency which is pom.xml. Those dependencies are available. So let's open the pom.xml. So if you see these pom.xmls in the below, you can see this is the Spring Boot starter dependency which we have added. Second is theme leaf we have added for displaying some page, and starter wave we have added, and Spring Security 6. Okay, for the theme leaf they have added automatically because we have added the theme leaf. Okay, and this is the dev tools, and this is the test, and this is the test security. That's it. So this is the internal dependency which they have added. Now what we have to do is we have to create one endpoint. Okay, the endpoint is going to show some data maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one normal endpoint. Let's suppose I have one endpoint called slash something. Okay, so for example, let's create one controllers class. Okay, let it be, don't create as of now, just try to run your application and see the default page, then after we can do something. So let's go to the run as your application, a Spring Boot starter. We have not done any changes as of now, just I'm going to run my application. So it will run the default port numbers which is 8080, because we have not specified any port number in the properties file. Okay, so by default it's going to start if you see the console. So let's see the console. So if you observe in the console, they have provided one generated password. Using the generated security password is this one. Okay, and it's saying like this generated password is only for the development use, not for the productions. Okay, if you read it, and our application is just started into the 8080 port number. So what we need this particular password to log in our application. Okay, so just copy this, and let's go to the browsers and try to hit localhost. Once you hit this, you can see this particular page which is login page, which we have not developed. It's automatically given by the Spring Security, Spring Boot starter security, those dependency only. Okay, let's provide the username. So default username is just user only, and password is you can provide, which we have generated. It's automatically generated and provided in the console. Let's click sign in. Your application is signed in successfully, no issue in that. Okay, and if you want to like there is no mapping, so it's saying like 404 not found, no resources. And if you see here log out, and if you hit enter, it will give you the logout page also, and you can click on the logout. It will say you have logouts, you have been signed out. Okay, so this is the default which is going to give by the Spring Boot security. If you want to use this, you can use it, otherwise not required also. Okay, let's go and do something else. So what I'm going to do is, for example, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to map something. So I'm going to the controllers. So let's create one controllers in our project. Okay, com.app controllers. So class controller, let's say home controller, and let's give the package name called controllers, and everything is same, just finish it. So we have created one controller class, and this controller class is going to send some data. So just go with the REST API as of now. So we have created the REST controllers, and inside this we are going to call something called public string. Okay, public strings, and we can give get home page. This is the simple method which we have created. Return login successful. Okay, and make sure this is the login page. So make sure it's a get mapping. Okay, and we can give the endpoint just slash. Okay, this would be capital string. Okay, our problem is solved. Now what I'm going to do is, it's generated again new password every times. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to the console and copy the latest password, which is this one. Okay, this is the latest password, and go to the home page. We have already logged out, and try to hit our URL 8080. It's saying like give me the users. I given the users, and it's saying give the password. I enter the password, enters. What you see is saying like login successful, and once login successful, this message coming from the our backend, which is controllers only. Okay, login successful, and if you want to do logout, you can do the logout also. So once you hit here logout, logout, it's logout, you can do the logout. And if you go to the new tab, and again if you write localhost 8080, it will give hey please login first. Okay, so this is the one kinds of the security they are providing in build. Okay, let's go to the second page, and let's add some configurations. So if you see here in the Spring Boot previous slides, we have talked about you can customize also. Like right now I'm giving the username as a user's, password as a default one. So you can write also username, password, and roles also. Okay, so let me specify these two parts, spring.security.username. So let's go to the our STS, and after going to the STS, in the properties files, we have to write down spring dot, otherwise you just write security. So it will give some suggestions, based on that we can decide which one we can pick. So spring dot security dot user dot names. So we can provide here user's name is nothing but it's my name, anything, and security. So next time I will take the password also. So I will take this password, user password 12345, and once I enter this password, I am able to log in now. Okay, so if you go and see here in the console, now they will not generate the password. Okay, so let's just stop these applications, and if your properties file will reflect instantly, then password will not generate here, so it will pick from that one. And go to the consoles and see it still is generating, means our password configuration is not happening. So do one thing, we can just close our applications. In my system I have some problem, so it's not working like that. Okay, so let's open once again our STS, and then after we can try it's reflecting our properties file details or not. Okay, so actually what happened is in my application.properties file, if I add any new configurations, it's not working until I have stopped those STS, and again I will open. So I didn't find as of now any like how to fix those things, but we can fix it. Okay, let me clean our project. Even I am doing the clean also, sometimes it's not reflecting. Okay, but let's do it. So I'm cleaning the project, and then after again I will try to run my project, it's working or not. Spring Boot launching servers. Okay, so this is the debug mode. Okay, it's done. Now what I will do is I will just run my applications. So right click, run as a Spring Boot app. Go to the consoles, and if you see now, there is no password generated for us. Okay, because we have already provided the configuration of those password into the application.properties file, so now they have not provided any password to us. Okay, because it's automatically understand, hey, they have already given the password, so we have to log in with that password. Now go to the applications and just try to hit it. So I got this, and I am trying to write some users and some wrong password I am going to give. Let's try to log in. It's saying bad credentials. Okay, and if I give my name Prince, and if I enter 12345, and if you see login successfully. Okay, and again if I try something called wrong password 123, it's saying bad credentials. Okay, so these configurations also you can do very easily. So people are generally they are using the standalone applications. It's a single application in maybe the any shop, or maybe medical stores, or maybe grocery stores, and they are generating the bills, and they want like their worker will not touch those particular system. So they are using this type of the security like Spring config security basic authentications. Okay, and they are configuring all those things, and they are providing the security for that. Okay, so this is the roles, which is users, admin, we can specify, and we can do the operations also. Okay, some more configurations also we have, like this one. Some has password, so spring.security.user.password also you want, like developer also do not want to know like what is the exact password, so you can do those things also. You can do the servlet.session timeout also, all those things. Okay, so automatically you can go log out after 30 minutes or 30 seconds. Let's do it. Okay, so it's in minute, server.servlet.session.timeout. Okay, so let's write it and go to the applications and write here session. So session timeout will be 2 second or 3 second we can take from our side. Okay, so it's staying like server dot include agent type size timeout. So this is the server dot session dot timeout, and we can specify here seconds. So for example 5 seconds or 3 seconds I have given. Okay, and then after I'm going to my applications here, and just I'm trying to access our applications. So let's first go to the login. So this is the login page. I have not logged in here also. You have been signed out. Okay, fine. Let's refresh it. Login successful, it's saying. It means I'm logging right now. Log out, and I'm logged out successfully now. Then I'm trying to log in again. So I will give the prints, and password is 12345, and try to log in. I have logged in successfully. I will wait for 3 seconds, and I will try to send hash. I'm able to access it. 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 Seconds I have given, but it's lots of the time it's taken. It's not expired. It means maybe it's not reflected. Let's stop. Try to open once again. And then after we can run and we can try to test it. Okay, now let's try to run your applications. Okay, and this is only we have given server.session.timeout 30 minutes, and spring.security session create session always session creation policy. Okay, so session also we have to create. Okay, so session create session. So create sessions, we have to create the sessions also. Spring dot we have to write session enabled timeout tracking. Okay, create session, so we can write here server dot servlet dot session dot create hyphen session, create hyphen, it's not supporting create session always. Okay, let's try and test it once again. Let's try to log in. It's saying now. So I will give in the brains 5 login, and once I log in, I want to access those particular things every time. Okay, so right now I think it's not configuring properly for that creating sessions and log out the sessions properly. So we can do it to the next video. Okay, thank you so much.